From the park that builds a new roller coaster every time King's Dominion expands Planet Snoopy comes a tame family ride whose advertising puts Tempesto to shame. But then again, I guess it wasn't that hard to top to begin with. InvadR. And yes, you have to hold the R out that long because it's a capital R, which places emphasis on it, meaning it's pronounced InvadR. And make sure not to accidentally slip an E in there between the D and the R, because if there were an E in there, then it would be pronounced invader. But they obviously left the E out on purpose, which means everyone wanting to ride has to go out of their way to get the pronunciation correct.
I can't ride invader, I can't even pronounce it.
Okay, say it with me. Battle Clash. Battle Clash. Battle Clash, the new fun TV mobile game. Download it now in the App Store. Okay, so on the list of bad names, we got the misspelled one, the mobile game name, wrong park, and then Viking Raider? Isn't that just redundant? I thought it was assumed that Vikings raid stuff. You saw Busch Gardens Tampa install a spinning coaster, leading many to assume that Williamsburg's next major attraction would have to be a spinning coaster, because they never get a wooden coaster.
I don't know what's coming for 2017, but I know one thing is for sure. It's not going to be a wooden coaster.
Yeah, how'd that work out for you?
Well, obviously I was talking about King's Dominion.
Oh, well, in that case, wait a minute, I see what you did there. Now watch in surprise as Busch Gardens announces the first wooden coaster to come to Virginia since the Hurler.
Am I gonna ride Invader? No, I've ridden Hurler, so I'll pass.
You know, I'm starting to question why we interviewed GP for parodies in the first place. But I am impressed Busch got a GCI before King's Dominion. I always thought it'd be the other way around. I wonder what happened there.
So I just thought it's about time we get a new coaster, so why not a woodie? What's that, Don? You want to copy us and get a GCI too? Didn't you just get Banshee? Excuse me, can I help you?
1 week later.
Heard someone stole the plans for your new coaster.
Yeah, I can't believe it. This guy comes in, invades my office, bonks me on the head, takes the plans.
Did you at least see what he looked like?
Yeah, he's a big guy. Long hair, beard, looks sort of like a Viking.
Did he say anything?
No, with a capital R.
Interesting. Well, tell you what. We here at Busch Gardens care about our neighbors. So we'll go ahead and find this guy for you and get a hold of the plans.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Can we get him back? Hello?
How did I not see that coming? To help make up for the lack of promotion with the pasta coaster, prepare to be introduced to the first ever Decide the Ride, where average guests can do things that Busch Gardens doesn't feel like doing, such as choosing the name, choosing the color of the name, and, yeah, that's about it. Yeah, for a Decide the Ride, there wasn't exactly much to decide. Like, why didn't we have a say in the layout?
Decide the Ride. What elements would you like to see in our new coaster? Let's see here. 400-foot drop, 200 miles an hour, 15 loop-de-loops, and a jump track.
Okay, that'd be why. Watch the official animated POV as you realize that the awesome new coaster coming to Busch Gardens isn't exactly Mystic Timbers. It's a tame, mild family coaster.
I would expect better from Busch Gardens. This is one of the biggest coasters of 2017. It's not even that big. Busch Gardens can do better.
Well, of course they can do bigger and better. They chose not to. It's supposed to be a step down from Verbolten. That has a height requirement of 48 inches, so they made Invaders significantly shorter at 46. Only 2 less? That barely does anything. What are all the kids supposed to do when they get sick and tired of Grover? Where are they supposed to go?
We have added 3 new rides down there for the little fans here. So we have Sally's Seaplane.
Approach the New France area and notice the impressive plaza placed before you. Walk up the elaborately themed rock entrance sign and pretend that you're King Arthur attempting to pull the mighty axe from the stone, thus dubbing Invader the Chosen One who will bring balance to the park. Take note of the impressive dragon out front, which has been neutered since its birth. But gotta commend the park. I didn't know that they had the cojones to do it. But it is a family ride, and that's how families are made, so I guess they just wanted to avoid getting sacked. Either that or they just didn't want to assume the dragon's gender. I would have at least put a cone around his head. Poor guy. Or girl. But at least now Dragon Ball Z Kai can stop invading your personal space and invade more important things in life, like innocent villagers. Enter the log cabin station and watch as your Viking ship approaches. Either that or a decapitated bear head. Take your pick. Board the vehicle and take a seat in the comfy Millennium Flyer trains, reduced, reused, and recycled from the old Gwazi roller coaster. Begin ascending up the noisy lift hill, passing up over the log flume and making a left-hand turn that really should have been banked, and plunge into the only enclosed drop on our wooden roller coaster on the East Coast. Sounds impressive and all, like it's some huge achievement, but really they only added it to reduce noise. Cause, let's face it, they wouldn't have added it if they didn't have to. Pass under a service road in the shortest tunnel in existence and get thrown into the first bank turn, if you can call it that, and prepare yourself as you pass over 9 airtime hills with a mix of ejector airtime, floater airtime, and no airtime. After a few more turns, proceed into the big finale, a helix. Duh. Which surprisingly is the second fastest point in the ride, which I can't really tell if that's a good thing or a bad thing. On one hand, you go out with a bang. On the other hand, I have 4 fingers, so I guess it's really just a toss-up. And before you know it, you've hit the brake run, thus ending your 45-second experience in a ride that really should have been better than White Lightning. But at least it has theming, by far one of the most themed rides at the park, actually. Which sounds like a big deal because it's Busch Gardens and all, but people forget that Griffin, Apollo's Chariot, and to some extent Loch Ness Monster feature little to no theming. This at least has a prominent theme, to big burly men sailing in a foreign land, attacking a village, stealing their stuff, killing the innocent, and claiming the land as their own. Great ride for kids. Darth and Vader.